What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. Good morning. Let's get into some college basketball today. We are just printing money lately. 4-0 Wednesday, 4-1 Tuesday, undefeated on Monday and Sunday. Had a big 3-unit play with Villanova. We're just crushing it. We are printing money. Become a member. Go to my home screen right here on YouTube on desktop, and you won't just see a subscribe button. You'll see a join button. It's $30. That's like what, half a tank of gas? In today's economy, it barely gets you any groceries. It's a no-brainer. You get all my picks for an entire month. That's NBA, that's college basketball. It's anything I like, anything I'm betting personally. You can find in the community tab, updated every single day. So it's a no-brainer, $30. If you haven't given me a shot yet, there is no better time to get involved than right now. Did the same thing last year, got hot at the right time and just finished right through the March Madness tournament, right through NBA playoffs, and even did pretty good with baseball last summer. So there's just tremendous things coming right down the pike here. Become a member. It's a no-brainer. $30. You'll be glad you did. Let's get into these games. Let's just keep it rolling. Thursday. Now, I will say this. Thursdays and Fridays, generally in the basketball world, are weird. It's just not the greatest days. I think it's smart to be lower with your volume. Don't feel like you got to bet all these games. The lines are tricky. Thursday, Friday, you get weird crowds. Sometimes players are distracted because of what they have going on the weekend. Go easy. Save most of your money for Saturday. That's definitely what we're doing on the membership this week. We're going to go ahead and continue to profit here, but I'm already eyeballing stuff for Saturday. I don't think I have the paper on me, but I got like 6, 7, maybe even 8 games I already have written down for Saturday, just beyond locked in right now. Let's go ahead and get into these, though. By the way, I hope you guys are paying attention to my YouTube shorts. I put out a free play today on the LA Clippers, or on the Pelicans, to cover 6.5 over the Clippers. They won the game outright, so that was an easy cash. Hopefully you guys saw that. That was for everybody to see, not just members. This is an interesting slate. I'm going to skip past most of this. I mean, are we really going to talk about Sam Houston State and Jacksonville State? I lean Jacksonville State minus 2.5 at home. But games like this, it's like, just please use discipline on Thursday and Friday. Go very, very small with your wagers, guys. Be smart on these 2 days. Samford, UNC Greensboro. I do like UNC Greensboro here at home on the money line. I think that's worth a play. Memphis and Temple. I lean Temple at home. They're catching 7.5 points. Memphis will probably win the game outright, but I like the home dog. This one's super interesting. Iowa goes to Penn State. So we've seen Penn State kind of show up on the road. Now they're at home and they're not even a favorite. Iowa has not been a good team on the road. We all know this. Most of us know this. Iowa, you don't want to take on the road as best you can. But Penn State pulling off the wins on the road. Now they're on their home court and they're an underdog to Iowa. I lean Iowa, and it doesn't make sense. I don't love the play, but I lean Iowa based on the line movement. I really do, and I hate to. The best I can, I try to take home court always in college. These are young kids. Home court has significant advantage. Auburn was one of my strongest plays tonight, and that home court really, really showed up for the Alabama game. You really do get a boost from home court Providence over Creighton. In this situation, I'm still going to lean Iowa, and it would be a money line play. I wouldn't mess with the 1.5 point spread. Let's keep going here, guys. Delaware Towson, no real Delaware Towson. I lean Towson at home, laying 3.5. Man, if it was like a 1.5, a 2.5, and we could get like a decent money line price around minus 140, I'd like it better. 3.5. You're kind of opening up the back door there for Delaware potentially. I'm going to go ahead and pass on that one. What else we got here on a Thursday night? Arizona State traveling to Colorado. Colorado is due to start winning again. Kind of had a rough little stretch here, but man, this is a ton of points. 14.5. Arizona catching 14.5 on the road against Colorado. I think you got to lay the points. I think that spread is that big for a reason. I have a strong lean to Colorado here. They might take out some frustration from some of the recent games on this particular game. If they can get out to a comfortable 6-7 point lead early, I could see them pouring it on and getting this above the number of 14.5. Arizona on the road at Utah. This is such a tough game to bet. Utah significantly better at home. We saw them with the nice, what was it, they were a 2.5 point dog over the weekend, right? And they got a win outright over, might have been that exact Colorado team. I'm not going to take your guys' time up to look it up right now, but Utah is coming off a win. They're at home. They play significantly better at home. But Arizona, what are we going to get with Arizona? Because if Arizona shows up and they play their A game and they play it for the entire game, they're going to cover 5.5, even on the road. We saw them struggle on the road against Stanford. We've seen them struggle in first halves against nobodies. What are we going to get? Are they going to be focused here? Does a road environment kind of wake them up? Because if they're half asleep in this one, this is an upset alert. Utah is going to bring their A game. If Arizona keeps screwing around in these first halves, they're not just going to be able to come back on people, especially in the tournament. I was so high on Arizona for the first half of the season. Lately, I'm kind of losing confidence with them. They always seem to find a way to win in these games, most of them. But covering these numbers, 5.5 on the road, Arizona's a public play. I lean Utah catching 5.5 at home. I think they should stay in this game. What else we got here? Oral Roberts, St. Thomas spread. I had no opinion on a 7.5 point spread there. FAU plays at 9 o'clock Eastern time, laying 5.5 on the road against UAB. Is this an upset? Florida Atlantic, man, what are we going to get with them too? I feel like they're going to find a way to squeak out this game and not cover the number. I lean UAB catching 5.5 at home. We got UC Irvine, UC Santa Barbara, Washington State on the road at Oregon State. Oregon State even at home catching 9.5. And the money is on Oregon State. They're a public underdog, not a side you want to be on at 9 times out of 10. But Washington State is significantly better at home. This is an ugly game. I really don't want to put my money on Oregon State, but I do lean that way. I think 9.5 is just slightly too much. Washington on the road at Oregon. Washington is an even more critical team to have at home. And even at home, they've struggled in certain games and they just don't show up. If this is a game where they just look checked out and they just don't show up, they're going to get killed. They're going to get killed. I lean Oregon. 7.5. It's a lot of points against Washington. I'm going to lean Oregon on their home court. Maybe some free throws at the end get us over that number. If Washington shows up, they could be in this game down to the wire. If that specific Washington effort that I've seen this year multiple times shows up, they're going to get killed here. I'll lean Oregon. If you guys are interested in underdog fantasy, this video and this channel is brought to you guys by Underdog, so consider using the code on the screen. If you're not familiar with Underdog, you just kind of take the unders and overs. You could use it for the Super Bowl. You can use it for NBA. You can even use it for college. So that's a really good promotion. You can take advantage if you're interested in that. Additionally, to becoming a member here on the channel, if you guys are interested in the SoBet platform, kind of a social media sports betting mix, you can also use my code to sign up on SoBet. You would get some of my picks. I post like 1, sometimes 2 daily picks over there. All of my personal plays, all of my best stuff is right here on YouTube. There's no doubt about it. This is where you want to become a member. But right now, they're running a promotion. Use the code SB at checkout, even after you use my code Dan's Rants with the sign-up link. The link is actually in the description of this video. It'll be like $5. You could just try it out for a month. Your first month subscription will be half off. It's usually $10 a month to get onto the SoBet platform. But you'd have me on there. You'd have about 50 or 60 other professionals, and you would see all their wagers as well. So It's just kind of like a social media platform, a good community over there, and it's just nice to go through a feed of nothing but pretty good opinions. And I'm not one to just give too much credit where it's not due. I believe in earning your, earning your stripes, I guess you could say. The SoBet platform is pretty good. These guys are pretty good on that platform. SoBet's specifically kind of recruits the best of the best. So that's why I'm on there. And that's why there's about 50 other really solid bettors on there. So if you're interested in that, you can use the link in the description. But that's all we got for Thursday. Not a glorious slate. Like I said, go small here. Let's continue to absolutely print money on Saturday and Sunday and going into next week. And maybe we'll pick up another unit or two over the next couple of days. Make sure you guys hit the like on this video, double check, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.